Welcome back, family, to Northside LDN. And today we've got news of Arsenal agreeing personal terms with Sesko. Big up to everyone that's locked in, and big up to Lewis as well for the raid. We got Aaron that's going to be joining us in 5 minutes. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Let's get straight into it. Big up to everyone that's locked in. And what is this club doing? What is this club doing? What is the plan? What are we doing? I am not excited. And I feel like next season we're going to regress big time. I think we're going to struggle to get in the top four. We are regressing extremely fast. We have been stagnant, and now the massive regression is going to happen. Because if you're telling me that Sesko is going to be the answer, Sesko is going to be the answer based on what? Based on scoring 13 goals in the Bundesliga. Was Lacazette, when he was scoring 13 goals in the Premier League, the answer? What about Kai Havertz scoring 13 goals in the Premier League? What about Jesus that scored 13 goals in the Premier League? We've had these 13 goals a season strikers, and what have they done for us? And not only are we buying the wrong striker, we're looking to be paying top dollar, depending on what sources you want to believe. 70, 80, 90 million. For what? For what? What is it going to get us? This fan base applauding and making excuses that he's one for the future. Well, Werner was one for the future for Chelsea. Nkunku was one for the future for Chelsea. And where did that get? Rasmus Højlund was one for the future for Man United. Potential, no one gives a crap. At the end of the day, potential isn't a barometer that you can say 100%. It's an estimate of where the player could reach. It's not a guaranteed in terms of the level that the player currently is at. What are we doing? What are we doing? Another player to develop. Another player to develop. As if we've developed. Have we developed Martinelli? 2 seasons he's been shit. Did we develop Marquinhos? We just sold him for less than the money that we bought him for. Did we develop him? ESR, did we develop him? Emil Smith-Rowe, did he get developed here? Most of the players haven't developed here. Nuntavage, has he developed here? Fabi Vieira, has he developed here? Odegaard, is he developing? Another shit season from him, not good enough. Doesn't turn up, supposed to be the captain. Never turns up for us to win anything, not a Carabao Cup, not an FA Cup. Nketiah, did he develop here? Did Nketiah develop? What happened to Nketiah in the room? So I'm sorry that I'm skeptical about this signing, but I don't see why we are paying top dollar when there's better options. Every signing is a risk. Every signing is a risk, whether they're going to adapt to what the manager wants, the play style, the league, whatever. But you can take calculated risks. You're telling me not going for Gyokeres, scoring 20 plus goals every season for Sporting, has won major honours with Sporting, just won a league and cup double, has the experience, is entering his prime. For the same amount of money, we're going for Sesko. Is that what? That's the market opportunity that we're doing. That's the market opportunity. It's absolutely crazy. The porcaria that I've heard from this fan base, some of them so far up Sesko's ass that they're trying to justify to me getting Sesko over Gyokeres. Oh, Gyokeres, he's scoring goals in the Portuguese league. Okay. But you wanted Fabi Vieira from the Portuguese league and you wanted Nuntavage from the Portuguese league. When did they ever have even one season comparable to Gyokeres? But you wanted to justify to me Fabi Vieira and Nuntavage. But Gyokeres you want to dismiss. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Eu vou ser sincero, eu tô por aqui que essa porcaria. I am up to here with this shit. Why is Berta moving like Edu? That's the uncomfortable conversation. Who is in control of the transfer window? Because at the moment, it looks like it's not Berta. It doesn't look like it's Berta. I don't understand how we are being linked to the same players we was linked to before Berta's got here. There's no point dismissing or cussing Edu if we're going to allow Berta to do the same shit. What is the difference? I just don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. Once again, development. This is phase 6. This is year 6, and this is what I'm getting. This is what I'm getting. I honestly, it's just getting to the point with this club, yeah, that I'm just like, people can tell me, oh, but hold on, we might not be getting him. We're waiting for Gyokeres. What are we waiting for? What are we waiting for? Do we not have money? Okay, cool. We don't have money. So who are we going to hold accountable if we don't have money? Because I'm seeing reports out there that apparently we can spend 100 million before adding on any player sales that we get in through the door. So we don't have the money that we thought we had. So who's been made accountable for that? Who's been made accountable for Calafiori that's holding bench for Skelly that we wasted money on? What about Moreno that can't hold down a position in the midfield? Who's been made accountable for that? And don't tell me that Moreno's a decent striker. I'm talking about getting over the line. I don't give a shit about decent. El Nene was decent. What did we win with El Nene? É cansativo, é estressante, e eu já estou cansado de estar aqui a ver a mesma merda e ver que esse clube não querem ganhar nada. They don't want to win nothing. They don't want to win. Honestly, bro, honestly, like these man don't give a shit that Tottenham won the Europa League. They don't give a crap, bro. They don't give a crap. If they cared that Tottenham won a Europa League, then they would be going out there and they've already got at least one of our main targets over the line. We all knew we needed a clinical goal scorer and we're going in for Sesko. This is ridiculous. This is absolutely ridiculous. Not only did we stumble, the fact that these lot wanted Sesko, we already knew they wanted Sesko. You could have got him for half the price, but you ended up losing out. Now you want to go get him for double the price. Is he worth that? Honestly, bro. Honestly. I really don't get it, bro. Apparently the reports are RB Leipzig are asking for 80 to 100 million for Sesko. You're telling me this for even, let's just even say 80 million. You're telling me this is the best striker that we can go out there and get. You're telling me that Sesko is better than Santiago Jimenez. He's better than Dovbyk. He's better than Pavlidis. He's better than Duran. Come on, man. This club will never change, man. This club is genuinely never going to change, man. Never going to change. And best believe we're going to put him on some stupid wages that nobody else is going to want to even touch him. We don't learn. We got Zinchenko on wages that are making AC Milan not want to sign the deal. Dortmund already said they looked at what? Zinchenko 150k a week? Nah, we're not paying that. We're not paying that. AC Milan looking at Martinelli 180 a week? Nah. But best believe we'll do the same with Sesko. He ain't coming in for peanuts. But big transfer, and what's really gonna fuck us over is the wages. I'm over it, man. I'm actually just over it. I'm over it. This club is just not serious in any level, bro. In any level, this club is not serious. Yeah, I'm saying Sesko's the striker that they want. They're never interested in Gyokeres. Gyokeres has the release clause. So if you really want a Gyokeres, you activate with the release clause. The player already said he wants to go to a better league. He already apparently wants Arsenal over Man United. What else do you need? There's a release clause. The player wants you over the next club that we're trying to go in for Gyokeres, which was Man United. What else does this club need to go and get Gyokeres? Bro, whatever, man. It's going to be a long season of pain, a long season of misery, a long season of suffering, a long season of suffering. Honestly, I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I really don't get what this club's trying to do. I just don't really feel like they want to do anything. Before let's just go back what Arteta said before the end of the season. He said internal solutions. Let's not forget his words, and I'm paraphrasing. Let's not forget about the players that we currently have. What does that mean? That means he's probably Mikel Moreno's going to be the new striker. He's going to be maybe our starting striker, and he may rotate Havertz there. That's what it's going to be. Or maybe he might try Martinelli through the middle. He's going to try look for solutions within the squad. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Like, this club they're not serious, and they know that there's no. fuck's making that noise, man? For this. Fucking now. What's going on? Sounding like a helicopter's landing. Fucking hell, man. I'm just sick of this, man. I'm just sick of this, bro. I'm just sick of this. Like we're not serious for any players that are going to move the needle, any players that are going to push us forward. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't get what's going on. Look, anyone that tries to justify me, Sesko, crunch end of the season, what do you think Sesko helps Arsenal win? Is he going to get us over the line to win a Carabao Cup? Is he going to get us over the line to win an FA Cup? If we're in a title race, which I don't believe we will be in a title race, is he 10 games to go, 15 games to go? Is he going to be the difference maker? Is he going to be the guy to get us over the line to win the Champions League? This is when you're spending 80 to 100 million on a striker, I'm expecting you to be the difference maker. Where's this guy gonna make the difference? My days, man. My days. I don't get it, bro. If this manager loves developing players so much, why didn't you give Ethan more minutes? Because his performances last season deserved it. Ethan was coming off the bench 10, 15 minutes, affecting games, scoring goals. Do you know what I'm saying? 10, 15 minutes. Sometimes he only had 8 minutes to affect the game and he still come off the bench and affected the game. Did more than what we were seeing from Odegaard in 80, 85 minutes. So if you're so much about developing players, why are you not developing Ethan? Why are you playing Ethan on the right wing when he's a number 10? When Ethan's playing better than Odegaard? He deserves a place in the starting lineup. If you're so much about developing players. This is all bollocks, man. It's all bullshit. And I'm just tired of seeing the same old nonsense from this football club, man. Tired of it. We're winning nothing. We're doing nothing next season. Nothing. It's going to be embarrassment after embarrassment. People talking to me about, oh, look at the fixtures and the fixtures that we've got. Ain't nothing going to happen, bro. Bro, it don't matter about the fixtures. I don't give a shit about Arsenal's fixtures when we're not prepared for the season in general. Even if we had an easy run at the start of the season, we are not prepared for the crunch end of the season. We have not gone out there and got a top number 10. We didn't go out there. We are not going out there getting a top striker that's going to bag us the goals. We haven't got rotation for Saka. We don't have a left winger that can hold down that left-hand side and produce top performances week in, week out. We don't have a centre-back that can rival Saliba and Gabriel. We don't have a left-back to at least, bare minimum, do a decent job and rotate with Lewis Skelly at left-back. We don't, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? It's a joke, man. Man talking to me about fixtures. Fuck the fixtures. We are not prepared. We are not prepared for the season in general. It doesn't matter about the fixtures. Look at the games that we drop points to. What have we done so far in this window to rectify that? Dropping points to Chelsea. Dropping points to Fulham. Getting slapped up by Newcastle, losing to Man United in the cup. They're moving faster than us, and they're supposed to be strapped for cash. What have we done to put last season right? What have we done? What is our intention? What, to get Sesko? And people can talk about potential and all this bullshit. Bro, this guy is more than likely going to be the next Erasmus. That's what it's more likely to be. And then when we're stuck with Erasmus, what are you going to tell me then? Oh, but maybe we can get some money back from him. Well, why don't we just get the best that we can possibly get? Why don't we do that? I'm so tired of it, man. I'm so tired of it, bro. So tired of it. Big up to everyone that's locked in, man. I'm tired of it. Big up, man. Big up, Abdullah, man. Big up to you, Northside, in the panel in the chat. Big up, bro, every single time, bro. Big up, Northside. The rumors that a deal has been agreed with Sesko is BS, by the way. And even Fabrizio confirmed there's no agreement between Sesko and Arsenal. Bro, you know what it is? These are all rumors. But guess what? It's still a rumor that we're in for Gyokeres because we ain't put a bid down. It's still a rumor that we're in for Mbuemo or that we're in for Rodrygo. The point is, bro, all the rumors and we've not done anything. We have not done anything to address this team. Bro, I swear down, man. Ridiculous. Big up to Static, man. Big up, bro. Bro, what else can you do, bro? I'm underwhelmed, bro. Every time. Every time. Big up Real King, man. Yeah, I'm saying every single time, bro. Big up Mello as well. Make sure you're subscribing to Carefree Lewis. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of it. Big up, bro. Big up Yasser. Big up Northside, Bun Arsenal to the world and back. Big up Official, man. Big up Official. Matt Poots as well. Big up, bro. Big up AJ. It's just tiring, bro. Garnacho was one for the future, and look how that panned out. Look how that panned out. All of this about it takes time and they're young has always been nonsense. It's just ridiculous, bro. Yeah, I mean, there's market opportunities out there. We're not getting it, man. Big up Real King. Big up Northside. There's a proven striker for 60 million. But Arsenal go for a striker that might have potential for 68 million. Make it make sense. One for the future. Exactly. All this one for the future. But do you know how many players we've had one for the future? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing? Yeah, I mean, Callum Chambers, bro. One for the future. Oxlade-Chamberlain, one for the future. Sonogo, one for the future. Jenkinson, one for the future. Rob Holding, one for the future. Like, bro, there's been bare players, one for the future. What the fuck are they done, bro? I don't care. Go get me ready-made players, bro. It's ridiculous, man. Absolutely ridiculous. It's crazy. Wenger in 6 years got us Sol Campbell. Arteta in 6 years is getting us Skittles. It's mad, man. It's mad. This club is pathetic. That's just a reality. People can get upset as much as they want. This football club is pathetic. It's a pathetic institution. Pathetic, man. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, Arsenal back to embarrassing ways. Yeah, but the banter era is back, man. These men are trying to hold on. The banter era is back. The banter era is back. Trust me. These men are just holding on to league position. The banter era is back. And these men, the way they try to, paint this manager to be an amazing manager. Oh, yeah. Oh, PSG, we already beat them in the group stages. We got embarrassed by PSG. Yeah, I'm saying. It's a joke, man. It's a joke. Yeah, I'm saying Aston Villa were more in the tie against PSG than Arsenal. This manager's a scrub. Sack him now. Sack the board as well. It's crazy. This is what it is, man. These men have been doing the Gyokeres all year, and now they're trying to move the goalposts and say how Sesko's one for the whatever, man. We're only getting him because Arteta wants him to build this NBA team whilst wanting young project players so we can mold them. Or if they flop, there's a build-in excuse. Yeah, bro. It's facts, man. It's facts. Big up, bro. Big up Kevo, man. Big up. Eze has a £68 million buyout clause. Pay it, move on. Well, this club ain't serious, man. This club ain't serious. Lookman factually has a £47 million buyout clause, so pay it. Yeah. So the man from Tesco is the target than the man from Sporting. Expect Watkins next as the next big signing, as these top winners will be gassed about. Official banter club my team has been reduced to. Joke of a club, man. Yeah, I'm saying joke of a club. Yeah, I thought the Zubimendi deal was done. I thought that deal was done. Why are we still waiting? I thought that deal was done. Man, this club chat shit, bro. Sesko is a Kai Havertz regent. Bro, it's going to go the same way, man. It's going to go the same way. And the funny thing is, I'm seeing some of the fan base here saying, oh, yeah, but maybe Sesko's, Arteta prefers Sesko because then he can do other jobs and, doesn't have to be, he can accommodate for Saka. Isn't that why the hell we went and got Havertz? You, man, gave the same excuse for Havertz. How did it work out? 0 trophies. You, man, when we were telling you that Havertz isn't a clinical striker, you, man, told us he can facilitate creating chances for Martinelli. Havertz can bring Saka into the game. He can drop in deep. He can receive the ball. He can create space. But now you, man, are making the same excuses you made for Havertz for Sesko. After saying in January we need a clinical striker, which is what we actually needed. These, man, this fan base, man, they think I'm slow, bro. It's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy, bro. Big up Jez, man. Big up Jez every single time, man. Make sure you're subscribing to Jez's Arsenal, man. Every single time. What are we doing? Still no signings, bro. Listen, man, let me just quickly get a drink, man. My mouth is dry. Let me quickly get a drink. 1 minute. Oh, right. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone that is locked in. I needed a drink, man. This club, I'm telling you, bro, this club is going to be the death of me. The absolute death of me. We've got more news. We do have more news. Don't worry. More news around this club. Pathetic club, man. Absolutely pathetic club, bro. If I could, bro, I'm telling you, like, if I could turn back the hands of time, I'm telling you, I would not have supported this club, man. That's how disgusted I've been with this club for 21 years. If I could turn back the hands of time, do you know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, things would be very different, bro. Very, very different. Because never did I believe we would have become like this. If you told me this 02, 04, bro, my days. I'm telling you. Nah, no corner shop thing, bro. No Maggie's, bro. You man can see I'm just drinking Coca-Cola, man. Well, actually it's Pepsi, but yeah, same thing. But let's get into it. Because we got more news surrounding this Wasteman club. Where is it? Here we go. Arteta suffers blow as assistant leaves to take on managerial role. Carlos Cuesta has left for Serie A side Parma. Carlos Cuesta. Okay, let's see where Parma is, because I don't even know what Parma are doing. Why is he leaving phase 6? I thought phase 6 is the phase where we're going to win stuff. We're going to win major honours. Arteta is the best young manager in the world. Why wouldn't he just want to stay at Arsenal and win something? Parma, you know. Parma. Are Parma going to win anything in Syria? Are they going to win anything? Bro, come on. Man, try and tell me, that this club is serious, and that everybody, these man try to tell me that top players want to play for this manager. Bro, Edu has left this project. Now Carlos Cuesta has left this project. They don't believe in this manager, bro. Why would you, listen, Nottingham Forest, big historical club, all of that, but I don't see them winning a major honor anytime soon. I'll be honest, I don't. I don't see them winning the Prem. I don't see them winning the Champions League anytime soon. I don't. But let's just entertain my fan base that love Arteta. They told me Arteta is the best young manager in world football. They told me they didn't want Ancelotti when he went Everton. We got super duper Mick. They told me they don't want Inzaghi. We got Arteta. They told me they didn't want Enrique. We got Arteta. They told me, Slot's gonna take a long time to rebuild that Liverpool team. Okay, so if this manager's so great, and we were supposed to win a major on in phase 4. They said, remember at the start, they were saying it took Klopp 4 years, and now we lost Edu, which I'm happy. But let's just entertain their argument. Edu leaves for Nottingham Forest, and Carlos Cuesta, our assistant coach, leaves for Parma. If this manager is so great and this project so great, surely they would want a Premier League CV or a Champions League on their CV. Why would you leave for Parma and Nottingham Forest? Why? That's the uncomfortable conversation. Why is he leaving? Why is he leaving? This is the next project. People already told us. When I've been asking Fuad and all these other people, when are we going to win a major honor? They said, phase 6. So, in terms of what they're telling us to believe in, why is Cuesta not believing? Why didn't Edu believe? Why didn't Vinay believe? Vinay, in the time that this manager's been here, Vinay has left for Tottenham. Carlos Cuesta has left for Parma. And Edu's left for Nottingham Forest. And you're telling me, trust the process. The people that are part of the process or were part of the process are jumping ship. But you're telling me to trust the process,
Believe.
Oh, man, what are you saying?
Believe. Apologies for being late. Sometimes it's tricky to get away when Lee's on one, isn't he? But big up to you, man. Yeah, cheers for having me on, bro. I see you was having a little slate of the old systems. Let's just add Rails and Lehi into that, by the way. he went bye-bye. What about Diamond Ice, then Michelin Tap? Bye-bye. I know they're not under this particular regime, but we've had a lot of high-profile sort of up-top leave because they just don't believe in what we're doing anymore. And like, I'm kind of getting the gist of what you were talking about was the assistant coach. And like you said, the assistant coach and Edu. Thought it was a process. Why is everyone leaving the process if the process is banging? I thought Mikel Arteta actually said that he can't wait for the process to bang 2 years ago. And then it banged, but it didn't bang enough because we finished second, bottled the title. And then we've done the same again next year. And then the same again next year. So basically what we've got is a dead firework that banged 3 years ago. And it's just now collecting rainwater on the floor. That's what we are. We're just a clapped out fucking firework from 3 years ago. No spark, no nothing. It's never going to take flight again. We might as well just Control, Alt, Delete, and re-go. And that includes Berta, bruv. I don't know if you said anything about Berta or what your plans are with that geezer, but me and you we've got very, very, very similar opinions in that. I said about 3 weeks ago, what's he doing? What's he doing here? Everyone's saying, oh, yeah, but, the Zubimendi deal, that's been long-winded. So is the Sesko thing. All right, well, why is he not signed in 2026 then? If he's just going to come in and start being paid at May, but he's not going to do anything until June, minimum, what's the point? And I made this point earlier on my show, yeah? And it's not an exact analogy, but it holds up. If someone like a Sesko or a new signing or anyone at the football club had a shit 2 months on that playing field, you'd be on their back, wouldn't you? If Kai Havertz was having a real bad 2 months, you'd be on his back if he didn't score a goal. So why are we letting Berta away with doing absolutely fuck all for 2 months? He's not a school leaver. He's one of the highest profile people in his job. It's not as if he weren't doing anything or exactly the same job for 12 years over at Atletico Madrid. He's got targets. He's not gone, oh, damn, well, I was going to get them for Atletico, but now I've got a new job. Damn, bruv, he knows what he wanted to do, how he wants to do it, what he wants to implement. He's just not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Why? Because we ain't done anything. It's not difficult, is it? It's not rocket science, is it, bro? Like, he might be doing work behind the scenes. I don't care what he's doing behind the scenes. I care what I see in terms of our players holding shirts like that up. And I tell you what, it won't be quality of them players either, by the way.
Imagine, yeah, Aaron, yeah, you go to your partner or I go to my partner. She's like, yo, the rent's due. Don't worry. I'm doing things behind the scenes.
Yeah. But behind the scenes going to pay it on the first, is it? Yeah, but I'm doing things behind the scenes. I'm thinking, what weird shit are you doing behind the scenes? Because I ain't seeing no money, son. Oh.
Don't worry about the rent. Don't worry about the bills. Don't worry about going shopping and food. And we're doing things behind the scenes.
Don't worry about it. And oh, by the way, as well, next month, the rent's not going to be paid because 2 months we're going to do. Don't worry about it. It's not like we're going to be evicted or anything like that. And you'll probably leave me with someone who can pay the rent. I'm doing stuff behind the scenes. Just trust the process. Trust the process, babe, isn't it? Oh, that's it. Doing things behind the scenes. Yeah, but Gabriel's signed. That's what they'll say. Yeah, that's probably been in the pipeline for about. We don't even know if it's an Arteta thing anymore. We don't even know who to give credit. It's just a mixed match of absolute crap going on at Arsenal Football Club, man. And do you know what compounds it? I actually think like whoever they hire, they've got like some self-sabotage thing going on, because how can Arsenal, over different regimes and different setups, over a consistent basis, be so shit when it comes to negotiating deals, re-signing, selling, how long they take for transfers? Like, it's almost like they must sit and go, well, here we go. We've got 10 million in wages here and board members. How can we make our jobs astronomically difficult for ourselves every summer and January window? How can we do that? And I think they just all throw in ideas on how they can just piss off this whole entire fan base. Like, they must do something like that. It must be some sort of thing they've got in their nut. I'm telling you, it's just sabotage. We're like the only thing standing in front of us is us. We're Arsenal's worst enemy in the fucking window. We're ourselves.
Bro, did we see Pat Rice leave like this? The way that Carlos Cuesta's leaving. We didn't see Pat Rice go, oh, you know what, Wenger? It's time to go, mate. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving, mate.
I want to do things behind other scenes now, man. Do you know what I mean?
Bro, to the clubs that they're leaving to as well. At least if it was like, if they were going to Barcelona, Real Madrid, or you can kind of say, okay, well, look at the size of the club. But they're going to Parma, bro. He's going to Parma. We're supposed to be this close to winning the major honor, and he's saying, nah, I'm off, man. Come off.
Well, no, North, how bad is this? Vinay went to Spurs and won a trophy in his first 6 months, man. What are we doing here, man? Like, that's how bad we are. This
Even
is what I don't
Gazidis.
get. Yeah, even Gazidis. Oh, we went to Milan, didn't he, after? They
Yeah.
probably had a bit
They
of
won a
success,
trophy.
yeah.
They got the Portuguese coach and they won a trophy within a couple of games.
Well,
And they won the league.
Diamond Eye came in. He was like, "I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll sign. Who did I sign at Borussia Dortmund? Oh yeah, I'll just re-sign Aubameyang, Socrates, and Mkhitaryan. Then I'll get sacked, and then I'll just get a big payoff. That's it. Yeah, that's what I said. Static Milan. Come on. Yeah,
It's crazy.
Went to AC Milan. Yeah, madness.
The set piece coach is next. The set piece coach is next, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. AirPod Albert will probably leave as well. It's pathetic, bro.
He's going to get the Zoom in for another club, isn't he? What we doing?
It's pathetic, bro.
Arsenal.
I can't be bothered. I don't know if you saw the news. You may have saw it. That Sesko has agreed personal terms or something. That's the news that's out there. Take it how you want to take it. But that's the news that's out there. So it's like, bro, like this is our reaction for our rivals getting Verts, Gyokeres, you know what I'm saying? Going out there and getting a Turkey and players like that. We're getting Sesko. It's just pathetic, man. It's honestly pathetic, bro.
So this is what I think, yeah, and this is where I think Arsenal are playing a blinder here because it's not like we've waited 5 years for Mikel Arteta to sign a striker, yeah. It's not like we've waited 2.5 years for him to replace Aubameyang that he binned off for nothing. So this is what Arsenal Football Club deem an appropriate prize in terms of a new striker, the length of time that we've waited and how long we've desperately needed a striker. So what he does is this. He looks at Gabriel Jesus and he's like, well, he's only scored maximum 13 league goals for Arsenal. Okay, cool. What's Kai Havertz done here? You know, he's only got 13 as well. So what we will do is we will put Sesko on exactly the same wages, 200 something. We will make sure that we pay about 75, 80 million for him. Oh, yeah, and what's his goal scoring average over the last 3 years? 13 fucking league goals. Only at Arsenal Football Club do you replace 2 13-goal-a-season strikers with a 13-goal-a-season striker. Only at Arsenal. Only at Arsenal. You can't write it. Like, how ridiculous is that? When you hear it out loud and people in the chat, when you hear that out loud, that's what we've done. We're choosing a geezer that's got 89 goals in the same period. And I keep having this argument with a lot of top gunners. We're also, but you might bang in 2 years. All right, well, what about this year? What about next year? And I always say this to people. Okay, cool, no worries. You've got a geezer that scored 43 league goals in the last 3 years. Yeah, and then you've got a geezer that got 89. So if I had a gun to your head and I said to you, all right, choose one of them 2 players. One of them's 21 years old and scored 13 on average a season. The other one's 27 in the peak of his life. And he's got an 89 goals in the last 3 years. If I wanted to put your mortgage on there, let's go a little bit less mortgage. Let's put the mortgage on there. What one are you going to choose? Because the bookies have been doing this for years, by the way. That's how people like us analyze things over a good length of period. What's their average? What's the likelihood they're going to do it? Bookies are millionaires because of looking at things like that. You choose Gyokeres, but they're like, yeah, but have you seen Sesko kick the basketball net with his feet? They're just obsessed with it. How on earth can you convince a fan base so moronic that 43 goals isn't as good as 89? It's batshit. It's honestly batshit. It's so hard having these debates with people, and I'm learning it. You've been doing it for a long time, North. I've been sitting there with people. I'm like, how is this even an argument? How's this even how is this even a debate? I'm like, but he's got 89 goals. Like, yeah, but he might not bang. Of course he might not. There's no guarantee that either of them will. But the statistical likelihood of a young lad who scores 60% less league goals than the geezer that's in the form of his life, in peak form, and who scores 60% more, who is more likelier to score? It's not rocket science, is it? It's just not. Like, and it's so frustrating when people just won't take that as a point. We're not saying it as a total fact because none of us in the planet can sit here and say who are going to score what goals as a fact. We don't. But it's the statistical likelihood. It's not hard to decipher, is it, Northman? Come on.
No, it's crazy.
It's ridiculous, bro.
And the fact that there's reports out there that we're looking at Vlahovic, it's like, why are we looking at Vlahovic?
That one's come back out.
38 million, bro. 38 million. Like, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing right now. And the argument for Sesko for me is just beyond pathetic, because it's all about, oh, but his potential is potential is potential. But then but Arteta's not going to make him an out-and-out goal scorer. He's going to let him facilitate for our wingers and stuff. But that's the argument you gave us for Havertz. That's what you justified Havertz with when we told you he's not a gunman. And how did that work? It's like, bro, these men are going on like we don't have strikers already here that can do that. Jesus, when fit, can drop in deep, create space. But it doesn't mean that the outcome is good enough for us to win a trophy. It ain't even good enough for us to win a fucking Carabao Cup. We've seen this.
He's the reason why we didn't win a Carabao Cup. His missus helped knock us out. His missus single-handedly cost us Manchester United in the third round. I heard, brother, I don't know how much of other content you listen to, yeah, but I was watching Dan Potts' last night or yesterday, whenever it was in the day, and that Deef geezer was having a big up to him, whatever. But he was like, "What do you mean? When's Havertz ever let us down?" And I'm like, "Well, ain't he let us down?" I was like, he's missed numerous sitters in the league title since he's been here, and he's literally single-handedly cost us 2 domestic cup competitions this year. I'm like, this is what you're dealing with, though, bro. They just can't see what's in front of them. And do you know what really is the real kicker? And this is what sort of does me in. You could put Ronaldinho, Messi, Ronaldo, and R9 in this team, and he wouldn't win anything. Mikel Arteta wouldn't do it. Of course he wouldn't. He'd play R9 probably at right back. Do you know what I mean? He'd play Messi at CDM and tell him to track. It's the mess, this football club. And there's one little awful leader, head vampire. What are we doing here? He needs to go, bruv. Madness.
Do you know what's mad? Yeah, I just thought about this now. This fan base are justifying Sesko, who is a player that is a project player. Why don't you want a project winger then? Why this fan base talking about we want Rodrygo? So you want a ready-made winger that is a top winger in world football. You want Zubimendi because he's been said to be one of the best midfielders in world football. Yeah, potentially by people. Yeah, he's quality. He's one of the best out there, according to a lot of people. So why the fuck do you not want a top quality fucking striker? This doesn't make sense. But it doesn't make sense. You know why? Because this fan base never makes sense. Because they're the same fan base, yeah, told us to trust in Edu and how Edu's part of the process, and then use Edu to scapegoat Arteta not winning nothing. Told us that Arteta is one of the best managers in world football, but then are celebrating Berta coming here. But you're celebrating Berta because he's supposedly, based on his last job, actually very good at his job and is experienced. So you want an inexperienced manager, but you want an experienced sporting director. You want an experienced winger, but you want an inexperienced striker. But then you want an experienced midfielder. Like, make this shit make sense, bro. Why is it that we're selective in the quality that we want? These man chat all this shit about, oh, Declan Rice, this, Declan Rice.
That's funny,
why don't you still want Declan Rice quality if you rate him so highly? Why weren't you like, okay, let's go get, I don't know, Basuma or something? Whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Someone that's levels below. Why weren't you advocating for that? It's all bullshit, bro. These man, yeah, want to hype up Berta. Oh, look at what Berta did. Look at what he did with Atletico. You man only want to mention credentials, yeah? When we get these people into the club. But then when we get people that haven't got the credentials, then you want to move your standard and say, oh, no, but he could do this, he could do that. No one gives a fuck. They just flip-flop with whatever the club gives them. That's all it is. If you give us quality, we'll use the fact that look at what they won, look at what they've got, look at the CV, this and that. If you give us bullshit, then they move. Oh, but look, it's potential, it's this, it's that. I'm not hearing that. We need an experienced striker. We need a quality striker.
Yep.
If these man, do you know what? This fan base, yeah? Anyone that's trying to justify Sesko to me, you might as well then want Garnacho then. Might as well. He's got potential.
It is that. Yeah. He's the Garnacho of a striker, isn't he? He is. He's even got the same fucking haircut, for crying out loud. I mean, they just are, aren't they? It wouldn't. Could you imagine? Bruv, could you imagine? We knew this last summer. We knew this last summer was a massive pivotal window, especially when we were 2 points behind Manchester City. And we was like, we need to kick on now. We didn't do anything. We know we signed absolute dross, and we decided to make a profit for some reason. and didn't carry on spending, whatever. There was no players available. Only the 2 that we're trying to sign this summer, but whatever. What do we know about football? We're just toxic. We've got Victor Gyokeres and all of them boys. We'll end up with players like that. We'll end up with subpar players, and all that'll happen is what. And this is what I wanted to say off with what you were saying there a second ago. All they'll do is just blame Berta then. All they'll do now is just go, if it don't bang, whatever, after a month, they'll just go, oh, Berta, it's Berta's fault. That's why. That's Berta's fault. They'll do anything to protect this manager. And they'll just blame Berta for everything, bro. And what are we going to be left with? We're going to be left with Garnacho and fucking Benjamin Sesko. And we're probably going to spend about 150 million on it and all. And then guess what's going to happen next summer? The Kroenkes are going to go, well, you know how you waited a long time for a left winger and then a striker, and then we gave you 150 million and they're shit. Well, we're not going to do that every year. And then we're just going to be in this same cycle over and over and over again. How is Mikel Arteta, if he's this genius that everyone lauds him up to be, how has he just brought us into the same cycle that he found himself in 2019? Absolute smack bang average players on astronomical wages. We're just back there again. We're not winning anything either. And look at the state of the squad. Can you imagine we getting a Garnacho and a Sesko in there? Who's buying them? Who's buying what we've got already, bar maybe 5 players? But we're probably going to be ripping up Gabriel Jesus' contract. I think everyone just needs to just accept that's probably going to happen. He's going to have 18 months left on his deal. In November, he's going to be fit in December. We don't get any punts for around 10 or 15 million. That's what they'll be doing next year. That will be doing that. Who's buying Kai Havertz for 280k, by the way? We've handcuffed ourselves in that. And just because Kai Havertz is 280k, guess what Sesko's agent's going to be asking for? And guess what happens if Sesko don't become this world-class player that everyone seems to think he's going to be? Oh, yeah, we're just stuck with another absolutely useless crap player on astronomical wages that no one wants to fucking buy. Oh, look at the Zinchenko on 20k a week. We've wanted to get rid of him for about 18 months. Why is he still here? Oh, yeah, he's on 150k a week. Why is that? And he's run him into the ground and completely demolished his transfer value as well because you don't play him. Once he realised one game, now don't like you, just ruin your transfer fee. It's done it with everyone. He ripped up like 10 contracts. Why can't you sell them? Why can't you sell them? It's easy. I can even appreciate the excuse if you're coming into someone else's rot. But what about this rot? We've got a lot of rot and they're all your signings. There's no excuses anymore. I mean, all these idiots, Northside chat, they find excuses, but we know, bruv, there's no excuses anymore. And does anyone really think that Sesko is going to take us from second to first? Because if you do, and I hope I'm wrong in saying this, obviously, but if you do, man, like, you need to go get your head tested, man. Like, honestly, like, based on what? Hope. That's all you're smoking on. I'm sorry, it's not good enough, bro. It's not good enough.
It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy. But these rumors about us getting Yildiz, the winger from Juventus, does he move? Do you know what it is, Aaron? Yeah. Anyone now that talks to me about that loves this manager or loves this project, I'm going to ask them what's your requirement next season, because we haven't kicked off yet. So a lot of them are going to be, they're going to be confident. They're going to be trusting the process. Most of them are going to tell me, no worries. Most of them are going to tell me, yeah, Northside, next season, we need to win the league. We should be winning the league. Okay. So the signings that you're happy with, or the signings that you're happy with this club to bring in, do they help us achieve that? Does Sesko help us achieve that? Does Zubimendi help us achieve that? I don't get it, bro. Like, the players that we bring in have to match the ambition of where we want to be at, what we want to do or achieve next season. And the majority of the players, the good players that we're linked with, are not getting the deals done, and the alternatives are not good enough for us to win a league title or to win any title. So what is the purpose of bringing them in? What is the purpose? I don't. Honestly, man, this guy, bro, I don't care about potential, bro. We need... If he's so great, why ain't everybody else in for him? This Juventus winger, Yildiz, bro, it's bullshit, bro. This guy's been linked. It's all nonsense. All I'm seeing, is all of this. Let's be so happy because Lewis Skelly is going to sign a new contract. I don't care. Because if this club doesn't change, he will be gone. He will be gone sooner than later. And guess what? He'll be winning stuff with other clubs. We've seen it before. It's going to happen. We've seen it before. It's going to happen. What's happening with Saliba? Has he signed a new contract? Because they were quick to announce the Gabriel. You know what I mean? He's quick to announce the Gabriel signing a new contract. What about Saliba?
Do you know what? Me and you, bruv, see this specific thing when I start talking English. We see this very similar, yeah? I think Gabriel's a bit of a loser. I'm not going to lie. I'm glad he signed. But if he had any shred of ambition himself, minimum, by the way, and I might have already said this to you, North, I don't know. Minimum, he needed to at least wait until September. Why? Because then, if I'm going to commit my best years to you, he's 27 years old. A 5-year contract, he's giving Arsenal his best football years now. Why is he not waiting until September to go, cool, do you know what? I'll give you a little gentleman's handshake here. You get me in some proper players in this summer, I'll sign on the 1st. As soon as that transfer window shuts, I'll sign that deal. But I want to have a little look at who you've got in through the door, yeah? Because I want to see your ambition if I'm going to give you my best years.
Facts.
No, I'm cool that he's signed. I'm not complaining about it. I'm buzzing. But maybe that's what Saliba's are doing. And if he is, do you know, I'd love him to sign tomorrow. Saka, of course I would. They're great players. But I also wouldn't hold it against them if they just kind of want to see and go, yeah, you know, they told us that this project's going to bang. And then they signed Calafiori and Marino. And then we didn't win anything again for another year. And they didn't even try to win anything, i.e. the Champions League or kick on or get a Kvaratskhelia when he was available for 65 million in the winter. Oh, what, they didn't do anything then? Okay, so they're not ambitious in the last 2 windows. What are they going to do in this window? Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what, we're just going to wait for the 3rd week in June. All of our rivals that we're going to be competing with are going to be signing 3, 4 or 5 world-class players or at least extremely talented players getting in there. They're going to have their transfer window nearly wrapped up before fucking July even gets seen the light of day. Oh, but not Arsenal Football Club. We're linked with Kepa. That's what we get. We get links with Kepa. So I don't blame some of these lot. And this is what they've got to figure out. Why would you? I'm an Arsenal fan, so it might be slightly different for me. But, you know, you look at this player, Saliba don't care. He don't care. He's got cushy mates at Real Madrid, mate. He's got cushy mates there. He will soon forget about his partner, Big Gabs, very, 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 very quickly when he was with Mbappe next week. Do you know what I mean? You're going to look there and think, I would. What would you? Oh, what, you're bringing in Sesko and Garnacho. All right, sweet. I'm off. You either sell me now or I'm fucking off for free in 2 years. What one is it? But, like, it's frustrating. And to go back as well to your yield this point, again, we will agree 100%. Why are we still signing project players? Like, I wouldn't mind so much if we're signing young players at the end of July, August, end of August or whatever, once we've got a Gyokeres in, once we've got a Rodrygo in, once we've done a couple of these other little signings in the position, you know, when we've signed 4 or 5 players and then we sit there and we go, all right, cool. Well, we've done the best majority of our business. The window's looking all right. And then these players become available and go, yeah, we can spend 15 million on them here. Yeah, we can spend 20 million on here, etc. Do you know what I mean? Not now. We need to fucking sign proven players. Why does Arsenal Football Club seem to forget? Because this is why they've got the fucking memory of a fish, bruv, a goldfish. They're like, oh, well, we can remember us 3 games ago. They're forgetting that Arsenal, since Arteta's won the FA Cup, have entered 19 bloody football competitions and they've consecutively failed in all 19 competitions. We're failures, but they seem to think it's just last year will we be really close. We're not. We've been shit and far away for 5 years. That's half a decade. That's a quarter of the time that we've not won the league in, bruv. He's responsible for a quarter of that. And you're telling me that fucking Sesko is going to be that hinge. You're telling me that over 3 transfer windows, Sesko, Calafiori, Mikel Merino it was the answer to finishing 2 points behind 2 seasons ago. Come off it, man. Come off it. Like, I never think that when I'm going on one of these rants, I never sit here and think, wow, yeah, I've got a good opinion. I know what I'm talking about. This is fucking basic common sense. Like, it's just basic observational skills. Basic common sense. What I'm saying is nothing special. I'm no fucking guru. I'm no god. I'm no excellent takes. this is just real base level takes on football. Why the fuck don't everyone else see it? I don't know, man. I'm so glad that's why I met all of you boys, because for years, bruv, I thought I was just a weirdo, mate. Honestly, I just thought, well, I am a bit of a weirdo, but you know what I'm saying? My about Arsenal, yeah. Come on. I just thought, thank God I'm not the only one that thinks this. Thank God.
Now I hear it, bro. And this is why I see everyone's titles that are talking about Arsenal today. The fixtures.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the fixtures? Fuck the fixtures. Fuck the fixtures. Because guess what? You're gonna have to face these teams anyway, regardless. Are we ready to face them? Let's just flip it the other way. Let's just say we had one of the easiest run-ins. We've had some of the easiest run-ins seasons ago when we were 8 points clear. We was in pole position. What did we do? Was we ready? No, we went into January, same attitude that we're showing now. Doesn't matter. We could get a striker, but maybe we'll leave it. Well, we're looking up. Let's wait till the summer. The thing is, yeah, all of you man tell us wait till the summer. That is the best. That is the worst. That is the most popular phrase amongst this fan base. Wait till the summer. We are in the summer. You feel that puta. Where the fuck are my players, bro? Where are my players, bro? Because you man are quick to run this bullshit during the season or in January. Where are the players, bro? Wait till the summer. I'm in the fucking summer, bro. I got my fucking shorts on. Yeah? I got my fucking shorts on. Yeah? Summertime, bitch. Where's my players? Where's my players?
Put some fucking shorts on. Come on, man. We're both in the fucking shorts.
That's what I'm saying.
It's summertime, you bastards. Come on.
You get me?
Mine's just not. I'm just not as well put together as Norms. As Northside. He's got matching shorts. I'm usually in matching shorts. So I'm the worst short wearer.
Man's got the fan constantly on, bro. It's summertime. Yeah? Where's my players, bro? Where's our players? Wait till the summer. We're going to do the business in the summer. Shut up, man. We ain't doing nothing in the summer, bro. Arteta's on the beach getting himself a little tan, looking like Peter Andre, doing a little Baywatch with his wife that he's conquered.
Whoa. Do you know what I mean?
Saying? Bro,
stand out. Get away from the waterfall, you prick, and sign some players, innit? Do you know what I mean? That's what it's all about.
On a fucking jet ski, bro. I hope he jumps. I hope he drowns off that jet ski, bro. I hope the jet ski fucking turns, bro.
Do you know what as well, bro? Yeah, and this is what everyone seems to think. So I always do when I do a call-in show on a Friday. Yeah, I've been naming it. Obviously the different date, like the date of it, and obviously this one will be what we at Wednesday. So tomorrow will be calm down. It's only the 20th. I've been doing that every Friday because that's what they're saying. Calm down. It's amazing, isn't it? How quickly the third turns from this to that, bro. On the click of our fingers, on that Friday night calling, we're gonna be mid-July. We're going calm down. It's only mid-July. Calm down. We've made no signings. Well, they seem to think like there's like unlimited amount of time or something. Like, what? Why does Liverpool not need time? They're champions. Why did they not need time? Manchester City, 6 months, they've spent 400+ million. Do you know why they've done that? Because they realised 6 months ago that they were going to have probably their first trophyless season since Pep Guardiola joined them in 16-17. What did they do, North? Yeah, they decided to spend 400 million on players and counting in the two windows. What are we doing? They're laughing at us, bruv. They're laughing at us, mate. I even said this in my show earlier, and one of the cool Liverpool fans was like, "We're not even laughing at you, mate. We're just completely ignoring you." And then I was just like, and not me, obviously, personally. They're talking about Arsenal. I'm like, that's it. They're not even looking at us anymore. They're like, yep. So Slot, just us two this year then? And Pep's gone, yeah, it's looking that way, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. Back away we go. Back down. No, there's no ambition. No ambition from this football club. And that's what pisses me off when you get little snobby wank stains like your gals, the characters, like the Christians and things like that, coming in and just saying that, oh, how can you be he's losing his head. I'm not losing my head, but I'll tell you what, I am frustrated. And I'm not frustrated just because of this season. I'm frustrated because I've seen it for the last 5. I'm not pissed off because it's an isolated one transfer window. Mikel Arteta's had 12 transfer windows. And everyone seems to think we've had 10 out of 10 windows, by the way. But he's had 12 transfer windows, and I don't even think added all together they'd make 10 out of 10. Like, not all of them together ain't. Bruv, what are we doing here? Look, we are so further away from where we're going. In every metric, bar getting to the Champions League semi-final last year, and every metric we failed last year. Domestically, we scored 22 goals less than we did last year. We got 2 more draws last season than we did in the previous 2 seasons. What does that tell you alone, North, by the way? What does that tell you alone? You're getting, last season we got 9 more draws than the season before and doubling it from the previous 2 seasons, and we're scoring 22 goals less. You need a fucking striker to turn the draws into wins. It's not rocket science. And do you know what their answer to that is? A fucking guy who scores exactly the same amount in 3 average years as the fucking 2 Pillocks that we've got. You just cannot write it. You can't write it. I mean, come on, man. It's frustrating, bruv. Like, when you start boiling it down and you hear it out loud, it's ridiculous, mate. It's ridiculous. We've actually got Gyokeres, who's like, yeah, I'll come to Arsenal. Yeah. And he's cheaper. And we're like, oh, why would we want 50 more goals a year? Why would we want that? Well, we just want this young lad that maybe-ish we can mould into a striker next year. We've already got 2 of them up front. It's just ridiculous, mate. And we don't just look at it, or I personally don't just look at it this year. I made this point slightly earlier. Next summer, if he doesn't bang, what happens? We've seen this before, North. When we spent 65 million on that donkey, we spent good money on Timber, not going to knock it. And Declan Rice, yeah, it cost a pretty penny and I'm like it. But either way, we spent 200 plus that window, yeah? What happened the following window, i.e. last summer, bruv? We had to make money back. So this is what people ain't realising. We make the wrong signings this summer. We spend 200 million, i.e. 80 of it on say, a Sesko, and then put him on astronomical wages, and then spend 50 or 60 on some scrub at left wing and they don't work. Do you reckon the Cronkies are going to get 200 bills out next summer to fix it? Nah. And this is what people don't realise. Like, it has to be the right signing. It has to be the right signing. For me, this ain't. We're having a shit window. Honestly, we're the only team in the Champions League that's qualified for the Champions League that ain't made a signing yet. The only team. Did also everyone know this statistic? In the 5 years that Mikel Arteta's been here, we have spent £72 million on forwards. £72 million entirely on every single forward that he's brought in at the club. That's the same amount as Pepe. Like, it's disaster. We are 60th in the league across Europe spending on front three. 60th. 6-0. Neglect. We're wondering why we can't win games. We're wondering why the football's bad. Wondering why not breaking teams down and missing chances galore. Because we've fucking, it was 60th out of 100. We've spent 70 million in 5 years on strikers. We're wondering why we can't finish our dinner. The manager can't even sustain form from players. He's got Odegaard. Whee! He's fell off a cliff. Infinite man. Oh, bye. Oh, guess who's jumping in with him? Martinelli. Oh, great. So that's it. So you've got four attackers there. You've got Odegaard. That's going to be your attacking player. You've got Sako, who unfortunately got injured because you ran him into the fucking ground. And you've got striker and you've got winger. And you've already lost 2 of them. And one of them's fucking fell off a cliff. What are you left with? Like, what are you left with? Well, I'll tell you what, we were left with a bare thin Sterling last season. And where did that get us? Bruv, honestly, I feel like I'm going mad sometimes, bruv. It's ridiculous. Like, North, help me out, bruv. I mean, come on, North, help me out, man.
I don't understand where this patience... Like, I don't know how this that's how you know they're selective, because I don't know how they have this level of patience for Arteta, but where was this patience for Unai? I don't get it. Well, you guys have all this patience to still believe in phase 6. Phase 1 of Unai, get him out. Get him out, you know. And the funny thing is, this manager now, like, what's he going to do? Go to the players and say what style of football are you going to play? We've played attacking football, being on the front foot, didn't win the league. We've played counter-attacking football, didn't win the league. Now we've transitioned to defensive football, didn't win the league. We're going to tell them what kind of football we're going to levitate? What are we going to do? I don't know I don't know what other football this guy thinks he's going to play, bro. Because you're supposed to be okay. You want to get the most out of the players. Okay, cool. Teams are working us out because we dropped points to Villa, Newcastle, Fulham. So teams are working us out as it currently stands. Yeah. We're getting worked out. We're getting figured out. You know what I'm saying? PSG, they figured us out quick. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So we're getting figured out. That's something that people ain't talking about enough, yeah, because Man are looking at Arteta and, bro, we were reduced to long throw-ins against PSG. Is that what we're going to do in the Prem? Long throw-ins. So we've gone to dark arts, set piece kings. Yeah, I'm saying Declan Rice free kicks. Okay, well, he did very well against Real Madrid. Let's see if he can do it on a consistent basis, because we don't have any proof of him doing it on a consistent basis. Not necessarily scoring 2 free kicks, but scoring a free kick at least every other game. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if he can do that. Let's see, because they were saying bend it like Declan Rice.
The lap settings.
Right, exactly. The lap settings. Is that what we're going to do, yeah? Because what's going to be the new tactic, bro? We want to see what the new tactic is, because we can't see what's going on. What else are you going to implement now? We've done time wasting. We've done set pieces. We've done dark arts. We've done parking the bus. We've gone forward. Everybody going forward. Quick transitions. Well, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do now? Because clearly you don't want to get the profile of players that elevate us. You don't want the Lamine Yamals that you let him cook. You don't want those kind of individuals. You don't want what's his name, Vitinha or Kvaratskhelia. You don't want those kind of players. You don't want those kind of ballers. So then what we're going to do then? How are you going to set us up? What we're going to do? What we're going to play? 8 at the back?
Bruv, he's exhausted everything. You think, yeah, like, how mad is this? Like, you had like a Sir Alex Ferguson that transition like 3 or 4 different teams, most not necessarily always playing differently, but he had to set up different teams and things like that. He'd done that over like 25 years. Arteta's he's changed the whole team around like 5 times over only 5 years and won absolutely fuck all. He's exhausted all his tactical nous. There's nothing left. And by the way, there weren't a lot to exhaust. Let's just get that right. What's left for him? What is left? He's tried everything and failed at it. He's tried everything and failed it. When what he should have done is what all good common sense managers would have done. The year he bottled the title with 8 points, he should have gone, do you know what? We were tearing teams apart for 3/4 of this season. What I'll do is I'll shore a couple of things up at the back. We'll keep doing that and we'll just tweak things. But nah. Look what Slot come in and done. He went, all right, yeah, this is not too bad. He tweaked a few things. There you go, winning team. Arteta had a good formula. He did. We were blowing teams away. Why did he just go, oh, yeah, we sort of lost it at the end. We weren't good enough. Fuck that. We'll just scrap that. We have to change absolutely everything. Klopp never done that when he was coming just short to Manchester City. I'll tell you what he did do. He just added Alisson and Van Dijk. Why couldn't we just add them little ingredients and play the same way? Well, I guarantee you we'd have probably won the league next year if we kept up that form, but just shored it up a little bit at the back. But he didn't. The manager shit his little G-strings, and what he done was he just went the other way. So he's on the seesaw of attack like that, and then like a fat geezer on a 4-year-old, he's just gone like that. Why couldn't you just try a happy medium? Or if you're going to spend the next 4 years here, why can't you just tweak it every year until you get it absolutely right? That's what Klopp done. That's what Pep's done. That's what Arsene done. That's what everyone done. But now we just fucking rip the whole thing up every single year. And do you know what makes me laugh? When we was playing good, we had Tomiyasu, Ben White, and there was another player. Do you know what they came out and said, Northside? It's taken us 2 years, but we finally learned Mikel Arteta's tactics. So if it takes them 2 years to learn the tactics, why do they fucking change it every year? You can't write it. It's just batshit. 1 step forward, 2 steps back. It's coming out the players' mouths. Like, it's just... I'm probably boring the chat, keep saying pathetic, but it's pathetic. That's how I feel today. Like, it's just how I've been feeling for a long time.
But don't worry though. They've got some new merch, summer merch. I just see it here, bro. The clothes are dead as well. Yeah, they're so lazy. All they put is AFC, or they put the cannon. So literally, they've gone to Primark and said, right, let's get some Primark shirts. And can anybody stitch the cannon? Because they literally just put the old cannon and everything.
Oh, Margaret at the back has put her hand up and gone, well, I used to back in my day. Yeah, here you go. Give Margaret £1.8 million stitches to hand. There you go. Here's a bottle of fucking yarn, ball of yarn. Here you go, Margaret. Sharpish, come on. Where's some A's? Where's some F's? Come on, man. It's embarrassing, isn't it? And do you know what you've seen, yeah? People, look this up as well. Northside's having a look now. Guess what? They're selling fucking long £180 thick gloves, thick jackets, scarves and gloves. It's fucking June. Honestly, I don't think that everyone at the Arsenal Football Club know this is actually June. I think they still think we're stuck in last September or something like that. I don't know. I don't think they realise where we are. When they're sitting there thinking, this is a bit... They're coming outside today, it's 30 degrees. They're like, this is a bit fucking hot for October. What's going on here? So, I don't think they think it's summer, bruv. It's ridiculous. 180 quid for a big puffy jacket, you know. Here you go. There'll be a lot of buyers for that, won't there? 180 quid in fucking June. What are we doing here, man? No, Kevo, no. The new merch that they've released has a £180 jacket. It's got a £70-80 jacket. Then it's got, and on the same page when you go to view all, it's got scarves and merch. I done it on my show the other week, brother. Like literally, yeah. But as soon as that merch got released, I had it up there. It's ridiculous. And look, that's what they want. But Arsenal's so thick, they'll probably go, I'll tell you what I need. Sod buying a t-shirt and shorts in 36 degrees, I'll get a windbreaker. That's what I'll get. I want to tell you what, just to make my head fucking sweat every morning, I'll get a woolly hat. Why not? That's obviously. Do you know what I mean? Clammy hands. I'll tell you what, I'll claw that. Nice thick cotton gloves for 30 quid. Come on, man. This club. It's shameless Northside, bro. No, that's it, Kev. I promise you, mate. You go to view all on there because I always take the piss out of them with a merch, bruv. Now, and like they're knocking it out for like 30, 40 quids and things like that. And they got a big, you know, the Arsene Wenger jackets on there, like 180 quid. I'm like, well, what are we doing here? Like, and it's all shit. It's ugly crap. But you still get all the wankers walking around there the first game of the season. They're in their puffy jackets and all of that, sweating their tits off, about to pass out with dehydration. Like, you like the new merch, didn't I? Yeah. Staggering. Oh, come on, man. With the fucking hat and gloves on and all that. Oh, come on. Come on, North, man. This club's dead, man.
It's not, you know, some people think we want to complain and stuff. Football's way more enjoyable when you're winning. I'll tell you what, yeah. Up to 04, I never got tired of winning. And I'm not saying that we dominated and stuff like that. It's never a tiring feeling. You never get tired of it. Yeah, and it's exciting. You're happy. You see players come to the club. You got used to players that you don't know, and you're like, I think there must be something about this player. You know, Wenger, he always seems to get a player out of nowhere. And then people are like, who's this guy? Next thing you know, he's balling out. You know what I mean? And it was just more exciting. Even though, listen, the thing is, yeah, just bring this club back to what it used to be. We didn't always break transfer records. We didn't always go for the most known players. I'm not even asking this now. If this club go and get players, listen, this is why when we got Calafiori and Timber, Calafiori and Timber, because obviously Timber was injured for a season. I said, listen, I haven't seen enough of them. I'll give them a chance. I'll give them an opportunity. I haven't seen enough. Yeah. I'm not fully convinced, but I'll give it a chance. And we could see that Timber was a baller, but Calafiori is not. Yeah. I'm not even asking for this club. I'm not asking that we have to win it we never dominated. We never won back to back. I'm not saying that. Go back to the time. Last time we done it was in the 30s, bruv. 30s was the last time we done it. Come on. Do you get me? I'm just saying, yo, go back to winning us Premier Leagues. Go back to when we don't win the league, we actually go and rectify where we need to strengthen. Go back to it. Okay, if you're not going to spend the money, you actually put the time and effort in at scouting quality players. We are now looking at Brentford getting a better goalkeeper than us. We are looking at Brentford and
buying their keeper.
Bro, yeah. They got Mbeumo, we got Martinelli. We got Kepa, they got flipping Kelleher. This is what we're looking at right now. You're looking at Aston Villa and they're getting better deals done. They're getting better players in. Do you know what I'm saying?
You're telling me Tillemans for free can't be signed for Arsenal Football Club? I'm not saying that he's...
Yeah. And nobody, you know this, we used to buy players nobody knew about. Next thing you know, Man City wanted them, Man United wanted them, Barcelona flipping always wanted them. Do you know what I'm saying? Chelsea will have a look. We had all the top players looking at our players, bro. And we never used to break the bank. I'm not asking for something I've not seen this club do. For the minimum, if I never see a Champions League, okay, whatever. I want to win a Champions League. We should be winning a Champions League. But at least go back to winning me Premier Leagues. At least go back to the club I started supporting. At least, at the bare minimum, at least go back to that. Is that too much for me to ask?
Not after 21 years, bro. No, not after 21 years. Not after 21 years. It ain't. That's the part of the impatient thing that I don't ever really understand. You know, they're like they call you entitled. I'm like, Arsenal ain't won the league in 21 years. How's that entitled? Arsenal haven't won a European trophy in 31 years. How's that entitled? Arsenal haven't won the League Cup in 32 years. How is that entitled? And also, how the fuck is that impatient? Do you know what I mean? And we've also had this manager for 5.5 years. How is that impatient? I don't think when a lot of people that come back, and as I always say, the other side of the fence, I think when they talk, I don't think they ever listen to what they say. Do you know that? I think it's just narrative, and they've probably got the little like a whiteboard there. Narrative, this and that. This is what we say. I don't listen to a word that we say. We just say this and that, whether it makes sense or not, and that's what it does. Because there's no way most of this fan base can be that fit. They can't be. Do you know what I mean? We're not geniuses. We're just passionate about this football club. We're talking facts. North, we know we're spitting facts, bro. And you know what? You're right. Why can't we win a Premier League? Why can't we? We're not asking to win the Premier League 5 times in a row. We're not. We're asking maybe to win a Champions League once in 139 years. That's not impatient. Why is that impatient? Like, we're not even competing in it. People go, oh, yeah, but we got into the semi-final last year. We got into 2 semi-finals last year. We fucking lost all 4 of the legs. All 4 of the legs. And the fucking 2 that we played against Newcastle, not only did we get humiliated, we didn't even score a fucking goal. And we lost the Champions League one after 3 minutes. Well done. Everyone's like, yeah, but we got to the semi-finals. But this is what a logical person thinks like. No, we didn't. What we done is we found our level, and that's the quarterfinal, because we couldn't handle the semi-final. We lost every single fucking semi-final game. So semi-final wasn't our level. We just qualified for it. That's all we done. We found our ceiling, and that's quarterfinal. We weren't good enough in the semi-finals, because guess what? If we was good enough in the semi-finals, we'd have been in the fucking final. It's rocket science. Would have been more competitive, even if you want to come back at me that. 4-0 over 2 games against Newcastle ain't competitive. Losing a leg after 3, we lost that tie after 3 minutes. I was sat in my seat and it literally came towards me like that. After 3 minutes, I'm like, well, we're fucked, aren't we? You just know it. You just knew it. And then the way we responded in that half, toothless, gutless, you're looking at the squad out there and you're thinking, how are this lot gonna come back from this? I'm surprised that one mauling, that PSG one. But don't worry, because Rory talks absolute arsewipe, says that we beat them 3 times with XG. Cool. That's all well and good. All right. Well, but guess what? This field tilt and this XG, all that they are built for and made for is a comfort blanket for morons to feast on. That's all it is. To make you feel better. Because guess what? When Arsenal won the double in 2002 and 1998, when we won an FA Cup in 2003, Invincible in 2004, I wasn't hearing anyone talking about XG. Who gives a toss about it then? Arsenal's best ever years. Did anyone know about XG? No one cares about XG. Tell you the only stats I care about. The one in the top hand left side of the screen. Who's in front and who ain't? And it ain't been us for 19 consecutive competitions. Facts. Unarguable. Nothing you can do about it. It's just facts. Like it or don't care. That's just fact. What can you do about it? Swallow that, isn't it? Madness. I don't know. We just want that back, bruv. I couldn't even legally smoke. I used to smoke cigarette. I quit 10, 15 years ago. Couldn't even legally smoke, and it was 16 then when we last won the league. I wasn't even legally able to buy a lottery ticket the last time we won the league. I'm 36 this year, bruv. Do you know what I mean? I haven't even legally been able to buy a pint since we've won the league. I was a teenager. I'm a miserable fucking mid-30-year-old wanker now. I mean, look at me. I'm miserable. Isn't it? 21 years. Come on, man. Come on. We're not asking for much. But I'll tell you what would even be a bit more acceptable, North. And I think you'd maybe agree with me on this. If we did sign a Gyokeres and we did sign a Rodrygo and we maybe got 2 other players in there and we just didn't quite get it, I'll go, do you know what? At least they fucking had a decent fucking transfer window. At least they tried it and done something good. At least they put the effort in. At least they tried. Why don't we just? I know Rodrygo ain't coming, and he ain't. Why don't you just fucking send them over 90 million quid? You've got it, you cheap bastards, Cronkies. You've got that money. Tell you why you've got that money. In the last 2 years, you've renewed the Adidas deal. You've renewed the Fly Emirates deal. You've renewed the Visit Rwanda deal. You've sold the fucking training ground to Sober Realty. You also offer financial fair play and PSR. You've got all the Europa League seasons off it and the Champions League money revenue coming in there now. You made £10 million profit last year. Where's the fucking money then? We ain't spent nothing in the last 2 windows. We have got money, bruv. We've got money. Why don't you just ask the question? Because I'll tell you what, at the end of the window, if we got an underwhelming sign or whatever, but we lumped in 90, 100 million for Rodrygo and it just didn't quite work out, I'll go, do you know what? At least they fucking tried getting him. At least they tried. At least they was that ambitious enough to try and get one of the best in business. Like, whilst I would be a little bit frustrated, do you know what I mean? And it would obviously depend on who else we got instead. Should we even get someone else instead? But at least you go, do you know what? They went for top targets. Look, at least you'd have that, but we don't. Why the fuck, after all of this promise, after 5 years and earning all of this money, renewing all these deals and selling 78,000 million new lines of merch every year, are we going, well, you know, who's on tier 5 in terms of strike? Oh, Benjamin Sesko. Oh, but he costs tier 1 money, does he? Yeah, that sounds like a good deal. Yeah, 80 million for a 13-goal season striker. Marmouche scored more than him in 5 months. Well, like what? Like, I don't know. It's just frustrating. At least just put the effort in. Well, come on. What you'd at least gain some form of respect for the transfer window in isolation, North. If we at least just put in 90, 100 million and sent that to Real Madrid and gone, there you go. What do you want to do with it? You'd at least go, fair enough. Wouldn't you? But we don't. It's like we're going, well, we're just humming on. Bro, they still ain't even chosen what fucking striker they want. And they've wanted both of them for a year. And they're in the... We're not going to be far away from wrapping June up. And they're still like, well, what one shall we get? Well, I don't really know. Do you know? Berta's like, whoa, I mean, this is your target. Berta's like that. He's doing an Edu, just fucking lighting up the fucking cigars now and on the Barbie. What? Because I don't know what else he's doing. It's a mess, bro. It's a mess. An absolute mess. And people are like, how can it be a mess? We finished second 3 years in a row. Oh, well. Guess what happened the last time that happened? Oh, yeah, we won a double sandwiched in between both of them. That's what happened last time. Oh, yeah, last time we had Dennis Bergkamp. Last time that man was captain. Then we signed that man and then won the double. What are we doing here? Underbelly colour thing and all of that. What are we doing here? What, have we got anyone anywhere near them 3 geezers that anyone of you can see? Dennis Bergkamp, we ain't even... Our whole squad together ain't got the talent of his left finger. It's ridiculous. And our captain, look at the downgrade. And the last time we've won the league, from that to Odegaard. Look at the downgrade. Bruv, Vieira. Patrick Vieira. And we've got Odegaard now. People are saying the standards ain't dropped. Bruv, it couldn't have dropped any further. Embarrassing, bruv. Sorry on my little rant over there, bruv. So, I'm not been happy, bruv. What can you do?
That's true, but then when you're going under the bridge, going towards the armory, going towards the stadium, and you're seeing El Nene on the wall, and you're seeing players that have won fuck all, Odegaards and all these bums on the wall, just shows you the mentality of the fan base. Like, real talk. Like, who in this team, is going to be a legend, bro, after this bullshit is over? Who's going to be a legend? Do you know what I'm saying?
They've chosen El Nene to be their legend because he's nice around the building. He's nice to have around. Like, that's it. Like, where's the Cliff Bastins, bro? Where's the Pat Rices? Where's the Frank McClintocks? Where are they at? Where's the George Grahams at, bro? Where are they at? But now, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's on there.
Bro, look at the players that we could have bought. This is why our frustration is at this club, 21 years, we could have signed Ronaldo. These are players we could have signed if we were serious. Ibrahimovic. We could have signed Yaya Toure. We could have signed so many players we could have signed.
Yeah.
with the players that we could have signed, what could we could have signed Van Nistelrooy. We could have signed these players,
They'd
bro.
have banged, I reckon, and all.
We could have bought Suarez. He was actually up for coming to Arsenal till we took the piss. Was it 50 million plus £1 and all that bullshit?
40, yeah, wasn't it? Yeah,
40 million plus £1. Yeah. Bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? There's been so many and this is where the frustration comes. We could have tried and got Kante. We could have got Mahrez. Look at the level of players that we're talking about. What has changed? Nothing has changed. It's going to be another season of we could have got Gyokeres. Oh, we could have got Vitinha, because I was calling for Vitinha over a year ago and telling you that this guy was balling out for Portugal. Man didn't want to listen to me. Oh, Ronaldo. I told you about Vitinha. I told you. A man don't want to listen because we wanted Fabio Vieira. We could have got, bro. I'm so sick here of the amount of ballers that we could have got at this team, and the point that we're bringing up here. Caicedo, another one. Yeah, we should have went in for Caicedo. Baller. Didn't go get him.
Who did we get? Jorginho. Jorginho. Like you had aspirations to finish first and then you settled for 6th place. That's what that was. Jorginho, yeah, but he's all right. You know what I mean? He'll do. And then do you know what? He spent 2 years here, didn't win it, 2 or 3 years here, didn't win anything. And then all of these Arsenal fans are like, oh, we love you. Thank you so much for your service. What service? The only thing that springs to mind of Jorginho is giving that pass away at the North London derby. That probably would have won us the league if he hadn't have done it. Would have got 2 more points. Thanks, Jorginho. Thanks, mate. You really moved us from second to second nicely there. Thanks for that. All right, what? It's madness in it, bro. Like the signings, they've been pissed poor.
You look at top managers, bro, yeah, and you can see what their specialty is. Like Wenger played some absolutely amazing football, bro. Amazing football.
Yeah.
Mourinho wins at all costs. Fergie, serial winner. Pep, serial winner. Like this, what is Arteta? What's he good at?
Specialist in failure, Rob. He's the real specialist in failure. He is. Well, he ain't a specialist in winning, is he?
What is he? He's not a specialist in terms of tactics, because every time in knockout football, he can't get us over the line. Couldn't be, bro. It's an absolute joke. Losing to a 10-man Man United, man, think we're just gonna let that slide. Losing to, bro, it's a joke. Losing to Newcastle 3 times in a row. He's not a specialist in player ID. Because why didn't he know? We're going back. We're going to City for Zinchenko, Jesus. Chelsea go in there, get Cole Palmer. He's not a specialist in getting the Spanish ballers. Why didn't we get Fabian Ruiz? That's his fellow countryman. Why didn't you get Fabian Ruiz?
Why didn't you get Marino, didn't we?
When he was available for 20-odd million euros. Why didn't you get Pedri? Why didn't you get any of the ballers from La Masia? Because for a long time, they got themselves in this mess because they weren't giving La Masia a chance. They were splurging the money on players that didn't work, like Griezmann and them, man. So why don't we go in there and go to La Masia? Because guess what? Man United went to La Masia before and they got PK. We went to La Masia before. We got Fabregas.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? We tried to get Messi. We didn't get Messi. Cool. You couldn't get all of them. Why didn't we go and get La Masia graduates? Because as soon as they turned their attention back and they went back to giving La Masia graduates a chance, all of a sudden, look at how they're balling out. So we had a chance while they were doing this Galactical thing at Barcelona. Why didn't we go to La Masia? Why?
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Because when they changed him with this system, do you know what they done? They went, what do we need scouts for? What do we need scouts for? Sack. We've got this technology thing. How did that work out? Fabio Vieira, 35 million. No, don't worry though. Lukonga, well, how did that work out? Kai Havertz, how did that work out? Gabriel Jesus, how did that work out? Zinchenko, how did that work out? Don't worry though. They've got the technology. You know what I mean? Oh, don't worry about it as well. They also, don't forget, signed Calafiori. How did that work out? They signed Mikel Mourinho. How did that work out? Runnison, how did that work out? Tavares, how did that work out? But they didn't need a scouting system. So they had this other system, you know, that signed all of them great players. And that's put us in a real fucked up situation now because we can't get rid of them. It's crippling us in the transfer market. That's why, yeah, because what worked before and what would have still probably worked low risk, high rewards. When was the last time we made a low risk, high reward signing? We haven't. We thought that was going to be Marquinhos, and we paid 3.5 million for him, and it was a free signing. You like that? That's in a nutshell. Arsenal Football Club, how they do deals. How much is he free? I'll tell you what. It's 3.5 million. We'll give you good relations, and we'll never see you again. You know, like,
we're not doing anything, Aaron, man. Let's just face it. We're not doing anything. It's a long season, and we, the fans, are the ones that are going to be left with this bullshit. We're the ones that are going to continuously be called fake, continuously be called, why didn't you get behind the team? And then at the end of every season, again, they'll be saying what we're saying, and it's just jarring. It's just jarring, man. You know what I mean? Listen, all the new generation, do you know what? You decide to support a team and they start behaving like this, swap. Be a glory hunter. Fuck it. They don't care about you. They don't care about the fact that you've been waiting 21 years. Fuck it. Why do we have this blind loyalty to the clubs for? Why? This is some bullshit. It's bullshit.
It's too late for us, isn't it? It's too late for us. But if you're young, well, if you're humming and hawing or you've only just started supporting Arsenal, get out. Get out now, bruv. Because trust me, if you think you've joined at a bad period now, bruv, it ain't coming anytime soon. Especially not under this manager. We're just resigned. That's what the devastating thing was about starting. Let me just re-ask it again. I'll ask this for the chat and I'll just simply ask it to you. Who's excited about the season? Anyone? Anyone excited in the chat about the upcoming season? Looking forward to it? And I don't just mean football being back. I mean about looking forward to Arsenal being back and competing. Anyone? I'll wait. ... Tumbleweed. No one. No one is. It's not because we all woke up on the wrong side of the bed, everyone. It's because Arsenal's made us feel like that. They've made us feel like 5 years of failure. They've made us feel like that because they can't pull their finger out their arse and try and sign some players and show some ambition. That's why we feel like this. We're not just all angry, awful people that just want to moan all the time. Everything outside of Arsenal, my life's great. It's not the best. I'm not saying it's something fantastic. My kids are good. They're cool. They're lovely. They're polite. My missus is fit. She's polite. I've got a good job. I've got a decent enough house. And nothing's fantastic, but I'm nice. I'm comfortable. I've got good friends. Arsenal Football Club are the worst thing in my life. The worst thing. The worst thing by a country mile in my life. By a considerate amount of time. But considerate. It's such an uneven scale. It's like life. I'm just so content. Arsenal Football Club, right down there. Like a fat geezer stood on the scales. It's even lower. It's ridiculous. And I don't want to wake up like this. I don't want to be like this. Do you really think me and Northside want to sit on the stream and be like this? Bruv, next season, I want us to both sit here after a Premier League trophy and something like that going, fuck me, North. How good does it feel? I want to go down the boozer and sit with my mates and fucking pull my chest out and go, yeah, we're champions. Of course I want to do that. Why the hell wouldn't I? But us people here, North, in this chat, me and you, we know it ain't happening anytime soon. Well, we've listened to this record. It's scratched as fuck. We've read this book. It's sticky. We've played this DVD. Come on, man. We've been here too many times. It's not good enough. And that's why we're like this. And I know you've got a world-class chat, but for any one of you two in there that there may or may not be, if you don't like how we talk, tough. Do you know what? Sometimes the truth hurts. It is what it is. Grow up if you don't like it. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes truth hurts. No one likes hearing the truth if it ain't what they want to hear, but oh well. Arsenal Football Club are in a mess. It's just a fact. If they weren't, they'd have been successful in the last 5 years. Argue it.
It's a fact. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Let us win a trophy, prove us wrong. And then if we're sat here moaning, then call us out. Then say, oh, well, you lot said you want to win a major honor and this and that. The manager's delivered. You man are still sat here moaning. Up until then, prove us wrong. You know what I mean? Prove us wrong. That's all we want. All we want is success. That's all we want, because we're the ones that have got to deal with, Spurs fans giddy about winning Europa League. We're the ones that are going to get bantered. Not none of the people that run this club. Do you think they care? You think anyone? They're going back to their rich friends saying, "No, look at the profit we're spinning." You know what I'm saying? This is easy, bro. We're slowly but surely making the English game, which football is an English game. We're making the English game now come to our way of thinking. Yeah? Don't worry about success. Make sure you get the merch. Don't worry about success. Make sure you're there at the game. Don't worry about success. Look at the fact that we're competing. Just be happy with that. We've sussed it. We know how much money, because let's be real, the Cronkies, before we wrap up, the Cronkies, they know how much money now that they need to invest to get into making money in terms of the Champions League. They know roughly what kind of players they need to get. They know what level manager that they need. They know what kind of managers demand and which ones don't that they can control. They're figuring it all out slowly. They figured it out. Yeah, we don't need to be successful. And you know what? The more youngsters we can bring, the more the fan base get more invested. We're looking at Lewis Skelly thinking, cool, he's potential that could win us a league. They're looking at it like, yo, we got Lewis Skelly, that's great. That's another issue that we don't have to deal with. We don't have to deal with fan unrest. We don't have to deal with the fans turning on the players. We don't have to deal with the fans turning on the manager because he's young as well. We don't have to keep spending money because now we can start saying, oh, well, don't forget Declan Rice. We'll just keep living off of Declan Rice tax. You know what I'm saying? It's comfortable. Listen, Daniel Levy, you're a criminal. You have shown everyone that you can get a Premier League club, and as long as you're just doing enough just to get up there in the top 4, top 5, getting a Champions League spot, it's all right. You don't need to do anymore. There will be no riots over here in England. There will be no uprising. There will be nothing. There's no repercussions. And that's what it is, bro, because at the end of the day, the Cronkies are looking at their business, but they're looking back and saying, yo, our pockets are good. Our money's good. The valuation of the club is good. If we want to sell it when it becomes a Super League, we just keep the value of the club up. We don't need to do anything. These men are stupid. Let the fans argue amongst themselves because they're stupid. Let them fight our battles. We keep reaping the rewards of finances, which is why they're in the game. Let's be real. They're in the game to make money. So cool. Let the fans do it. We don't even need to defend ourselves. Why aren't they coming out just explaining to us why we failed last season? Because we've got Gal online. We've got Rory Took's bullshit online. Let these men fight for us. These men are waste, man. Let them fight the battle.
Once they put their laptop down, once they close the lid of their laptop, mate, they don't give a fuck about Arsenal.
Sorry,
well, they don't even with it open, but you know what the point I'm trying to make, innit?
We're going to be excited on tour. That's what we're going to do. We're going to be on tour. Do you get me? Like, these fan bases are so... Our fan base is so backwards that they don't realize you are allowing them to do this, and they're not going to stop you. They're not going to... They like you. Why do they like AFTV so much? Because they do all the lawyer defensive work for them for free. Because let's be real, even if, allegedly, even if they're getting a little... Bro, that's not even 0.0% of what the club make. Bro, it's chicken change. You know what I'm saying? That's like going to the shop with £1, £2, bro. It's nothing, bro. That's a hot pot noodles to them. They're like, yeah.
Little Bombay bad boy in that. Do you know what I mean?
Chicken and mushroom. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is to them. You think they care? They're like, listen, you man keep defending us, and we keep reaping in the rewards. You know what I mean? We keep reaping in the rewards and getting the money in, and eventually we're gonna have a massive payday. Eventually we'll sell the club. You know what I'm saying? In years to come, when they sell, 20 years or whatever, 30 years, the club will be valued. Let's say the club is, what's it, 3 billion, something like that, around 3 billion mark?
Probably even more than that now. Yeah, but it's a lot of fucking money, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll sell the club when it's about 7-8 billion. All of a sudden, their family's good, their generations are good for the next 50, 60, 70 generations. They're good. They're eating good.
They're done.
Oh, what do they care? They don't. If you think about it, if I'm the Cronkies right now, I don't need to justify anything. My fan base do it for me. Why do I need to explain anything? Well, I don't need to. Like, bro, everyone's good around it. Everyone's happy around it. Why do I need to do anything? The loud few that pipe up, we'll send AFTV to shut them down. We'll send the gal.
We'll give them a press pass. That'll keep them cushy.
Yeah. We don't need to address them. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how it is at this club, bro. The ownership don't have to justify anything. Do you know what I'm saying? And the worst thing at English football is that you don't have the elections like in Portugal and in Spain, where club presidents have to be made accountable for their terms in power. That would be the best. That would be one of the best things to happen to English football. We need to make the people higher up accountable. You will not stay in power if you do not deliver. They won't. They won't. They don't need to. Not as long as we got Ty and Igal. We don't need to.
And they're the vast majority. Do you know what I mean? They're the vast majority. They've completely convinced the whole stadium pretty much that it's acceptable. And then we know that because 2 years ago, it was like, don't settle for second place on the last day of the season. And then this year, I heard him say, well, anyone else who had the injuries that we had wouldn't have finished second place. Well, come on, North, innit? If you don't laugh, you'll cry, innit? Come on, man. Like, I videoed it in the last games of the season. though. It's there. Do you know what I mean? I know it would have been pinged anyway, but I've done it just in case. I was like, there you go. That's what you get. Do not settle for second place. Well, to be fair, then a year later, this second place is almost pretty much like first because we had a load of injuries. Come on, man. Knock it off. You convince a lot of people because they're morons, but you're always going to get us slipping through the net because we're not idiots. Isn't it?
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Little big up Aaron, man. Shout your channel out and what you got coming up next, bro.
Yeah, I'm going to go live in a minute, man.
Are you going live? I'll redirect you.
Yeah,
go live. I'll redirect you, bro.
All right, give us 2 seconds. Let me just. I've got a little thingy. I've got the old little previewy sort of thing, so I'll buy that sort of time. Oh, I've removed myself from stage. All right, yeah, sweet. Yeah, big up to everyone. Oh, Northside, come on, bruv. World class, man. Chat, come on, world class chat. I'll catch you in a bit, North. Yeah.
All right, cool, bro. Love, man.
2 seconds, bruv. I'll go live.
No worries. Big up to everyone that's locked in. As you can tell, we're fed up. We're bored. We're fed up, and yeah, man. It's just I don't know anymore with this club. I don't know anymore. I don't know anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not gonna let them ruin my summer. I'm not gonna let them ruin the trip that I'm gonna go celebrate my birthday in Madrid. I'm not gonna let them do that. And I think the Madrid trip is gonna show. I think it's gonna show a lot of people how I am outside of talking about Arsenal. And outside of talking about Arsenal, I'm a pretty happy person. That I'm not walking around angry. I'm not walking around vexed. You know what I'm saying? As soon as I talk about this club, it makes me become a different person because I can't sit here and applaud failure. I can't sit here and applaud bullshit for 21 years. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't. So there's going to be a lot of streaming. Just in general. We might not even be talking about football. We'll just be talking in general, just about life and shit. Like, I just set the camera out in the living room. We're all sat there having beers or whatever and just talking. Trust me, there's going to be a lot of content when I'm out in Madrid. There's going to be a lot of content. And it ain't necessarily going to be a lot of it around football because I know this club ain't going to be doing nothing. So, yeah, man, we're going to see. And let's see how toxic and negative I am when I'm not talking about this football club. Do you know what I'm saying? So, listen, there's a lot of things we're going to organize for that. And, yeah, we're just going to talk, man. Everyone that's coming out to Madrid, it's going to be jokes, man. It's just going to be banter, you know what I'm saying? I'm just literally going to let the camera roll. We're live. We're just going to be out and just about in the massive apartment, talking, chilling, laughing. Because you know what? You just got to enjoy life, man. Life is short, man. Life is short. I'm telling you, I'm 32. I don't feel 32. I still feel like I was 22 the other day. And life is short. And you have to find enjoyment and happiness in other things when your football club is just take you for a decade for 21 years. You have to. You have to. You know what I'm saying? And big up to everyone that's locked in, man. We're going to redirect to Aaron. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. Northside Raid to Aaron's channel. Northside Raid on the way in. And I'm about to go get some munch. You know what I'm saying? So, love. Northside Raid on the way in.